everyone, it's Julia here at Yarnspirations. I'm with Chelsea.
Hi.
And we're about to go pom-pom and tassel crazy. We just got this boy tassel and pom-pom maker. It's a whole set and it's like such a nice little tidy container with everything you need in it, besides scissors and yarn, obviously. Have you ever made a pom-pom before?
I haven't, but I'm really excited today to try this out.
All right, we're gonna start Chelsea off with learning how to make a pom-pom because we're going to be updating a bunch of summer accessories today with yarn. So we've got like, straw bags, straw hats, this dress behind me, which we love, as well as shoes. You could do so many amazing things with pom-poms and tassels this summer. So we'll get started by opening up the boy case, which is tight. There we go. Where are you guys watching from? We'd love to hear where you guys are located. We're in Toronto, Ontario right now. But yeah, let us know in the comments. So we've got the boy case, the boy pom-pom and tassel maker is great because it's got so many different sizes of each thing you need. So you can make anything from a small pom-pom, which makes about a 1.5 inch, to a huge pom-pom, which is a 5-inch pom-pom, which is so cool. Do you want to make a big one or a small one today?
Oh, let's start out small. This is my first time making
All right, I'm going to give you like a medium to small one, so we'll get you started on that one there. Roberta from Missouri is watching. So cool. I've never been there. I hear it's beautiful. Okay, so let's get you to make it with, we're going to use a bulky yarn for Chelsea's first pom-pom, just because you don't have to do so many layers, and it's a little bit easier. But I'm going to go ahead and use a worsted weight, so we can see just kind of the difference between the two pom-poms.
All right.
Have you seen any pom-poms or tassels in stores lately? Or?
I've seen them everywhere. There's lots of earrings and jewelry, accessories, and just a great embellishment to take something from now to wow with your wardrobe. It's awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. You see them on like sandals, on high heels, on bags, even like you can make little keychain tassels or add them to your backpack, which is great. If you guys love tassels and pom-poms, hit the love button, hit the like button. We're going to make a bunch of pom-poms today. So the pom-pom makers look like this. They're a little bit different from some of the other pom-pom makers you've seen out there. It's just a half circle rather than a full circle. So it's got these notches on the side where we're going to kind of tie our first, where's the scissors? So we're going to cut a small section and we're going to kind of cinch it into those spots.
So how long would you recommend?
Probably about 7 inches, just to be safe. And you cinch it in to there and then wrap it around to the other side.
All right.
Actually, I'm going to move mine down a bit. And it should just hold itself in place, which is great. So it'll look kind of like that.
So how should you want that? Should you want
That's perfect, just like that.
Okay.
So then we're going to start by holding our yarn just kind of in the center. Oh, mine came undone. And you slowly start wrapping around this half circle. Oh, I used a piece that's already cut off. All right, this is the good piece. Pom-pom makers are great if you need to make a lot of pom-poms. If you are, making party decorations, like we've got these amazing strands of pom-poms in the back, which would be so fun for a baby shower, a wedding party, anything like that. I think it would be even really fun to use it just in your bedroom or even on your patio.
Anywhere.
Yeah, so you just keep wrapping. The thing with these is you need to wrap way more than you think you do. So once you feel like you've wrapped enough, keep going. Just make it, especially if you're using worsted, it gets, it's hard to make that, give it that fullness. So you just keep wrapping.
So you can never have enough.
Never. I'm so excited to bring this trend into my closet. I have so many things I want to update with pom-poms and tassels. And it's really fun to use different gauges. So you can like really spice up your wardrobe with, you can like update, it's so easy to make them. You can update your clothes with whatever colors you feel like wearing that week, which is really fun.
Yeah.
And you don't necessarily need to be hot gluing it onto bags and purses. You can just safety pin it up from the inside and you won't have to.
So you can really mix up your wardrobe with this and your accessories.
Do you guys have any projects you'd love to see pom-poms on? Let us know what you guys are planning on making with pom-poms or adding pom-poms to this summer. We love hearing that kind of stuff. How's your first pom-pom going? If you have any questions, let me know.
You know what? It's like you said, just when you think you have enough, keep on adding on more.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm done. So when you get to, I think I'm done. Again, you never really know until you unwrap it. But you can see I've got like a huge amount of yarn on my pom-pom maker. So when you're done about this far, you're going to take the ties that you cinched on the sides and you're going to kind of release them, because that's where you're going to tie the center of your pom-pom. So that's what's going to give it that really tight cinched center, and obviously you want to tie it as tightly as you can. It can be kind of tricky, but you just pull it up to the center like this and then tie it into a knot. Yeah, is there an end in there somewhere? There you go.
There we go.
So I'm going to tie it off. And don't worry about the ends if they're too long. You're going to trim them when you trim the rest of your pom-pom. So with these pom-poms, we made some really fun projects for this video. We'll show you where I'm going to put this pom-pom in a few minutes. How's the tying going?
We're going. Just going to make sure we're nice and tight on this.
So I'm just going to cut my last thread off of the yarn ball and put that away. And then, so these have a really great little valley that you'll see along the wide side of the circle, and that's where you're going to put your scissors. So you're going to kind of trim up through that valley, and that's what's going to cut the edge of your pom-pom open. So we're going to aim for in here. We're just going to start snipping. It can be kind of hard if your scissors are dull, which mine are a little bit.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, you got a pair. But you just cut. It's a lot of yarn to cut through, so just take your time and be really careful. You don't want to have any slips or accidents. But when you're done, you can take out, so it's going to kind of look like that. You take out the center and you've got a pom-pom. So it's going to look a little messy at first because you need to trim it, but that's the basic pom-pom shape. And then my favorite part is you get to trim it like pruning a bush. A topiary, I think someone called it once. How's it going?
It is a little tricky, you were right, and I think we both have dull scissors here.
Yeah. I think the key to pom-poms is having sharp scissors. You want to have, oh no, my pom-pom came apart. I made a mistake and my pom-pom came apart.
Oh, no.
It's okay, now I have pom-pom confetti, which is fun.
Woo, party.
Yeah, and now the novice who's never made pom-poms before is going to do it better than I'm doing it.
Well, you know what, that could be good for a party, the pom-pom fail.
Yeah, just accidental confetti. There's nothing wrong with that. So now that I obviously can't make pom-poms, I'm going to move on to tassels.
Alright, tassels. So
you keep cutting.
I'm going to keep cutting. This is a very thick yarn, so it does take a little longer, just to forewarn you.
Yeah.
I will work out.
Do you want to try this one? It might fit in a little bit better.
Yeah, those ones are pretty tight.
She's using Peyton's Classic Wool Bulky, which is a very thick yarn. The thing with using a thicker gauge is that the thicker yarn kind of fills out the pom-pom more than the worsted weight does. So you have a little less work. You don't have to wind it as many times. So if you're wanting to make really quick pom-poms, use a thicker gauge, because as you can see with this insane pom-pom carpet or rug that we made, we used some really thick gauges. I can see Bernat blanket in there. This looks like maybe some Shetland Chunky from Peyton's. There's Bernat Maker, so many different things, and it makes it go by really fast. So I mean, making a pom-pom rug can take some time, but you can shave off quite a bit of time by using thick edges.
That's really nice.
How nice is this? I feel like this would be a beautiful bath mat or something. I would love to wake up and put my feet down off the bed onto this bad boy.
Put that in my walk-in closet.
Yeah. My cat would sleep on it, that's for sure. All right, how did it go?
So let's talk what not to do
because more yarn confetti.
More yarn confetti. We're having a yarn party here. All right, so what not to do?
Yes, obviously we must have snipped the wrong string, and that's okay. Mistakes are all part of the learning process. But why don't we move on to
Let's do it.
Tassels. So this is the tassel maker, which is a really great way to, it shows you all of your measurements along the bottom. So you're starting from the top and you can kind of gauge how long you want your tassel to be. So this is really wonderful. It goes all the way from 1.25 inches all the way down to 6.25 inches. So you can make some pretty massive tassels on this bad boy. But for this dress that we did here, what's great is you can move all of these over, so you're only working with the length that you want. So you put all of those away, and then you know that you're going to be getting 2.75 inch tassels when you're threading it along here. For that one, I actually put all of them away, so I was only working from the top so that it was really tiny, small tassels, which is perfect for the dress because you don't want heavy tassels weighing everything down. So I can show you guys how to use this. Maybe do you want to take another stab at making a pom-pom? We'll get it one of these days. All right, so for the tassel, I'm going to use this really beautiful light teal, or aqua maybe. And let's say I'm going to make a 3.25 tassel. Let's hear from the audience. Do you guys have any comments?
Roberta says that it'd be good to use cotton to make a bath mat.
Oh, that would be so nice. That's a great idea because you could soak it to clean it. We do use the rug backing on these, which makes it a little bit trickier to machine wash, but I think cotton would be really, really nice. So with this tassel card, oh yeah, if you guys have any other questions, let us know. Obviously, we're going to give you the best advice about how to make a pom-pom, but maybe the tassel will come out better.
All right, so we weaved it back through. So instead of what we did last time, which was going there, that's why we cut it, right?
Well, no, I think that's right. Yeah, and then you thread it. Yeah, I think you're fine.
Okay, let's do this.
Yeah, you can do it. So for the tassel maker, it's similar to the pom-pom where you cinch a small piece of yarn around the top, and that's what you're going to tie the very top of your tassel with. So I cut that and cinched it in, and then you choose the length that you want to go. So I am going with the 3.25 tassel today, and you kind of hold it there with your thumb and you just start wrapping. So the great thing about this is you're always going to get the same length, which can be tricky when you're making pom-poms just freehand because sometimes you'll start with a long tassel, and when you've made several, all of a sudden it's a short tassel, or you're going to end up with some short tassels. And you kind of want consistency, especially when you're making it for a big project. So we're going to keep wrapping. So for this dress I thought was a really sweet idea. I've seen a lot of those kind of multicolored boho tassel shirts and dresses and stuff like that. So I wanted to make something that it was just a dress I already had, and you can update your wardrobe like that. It's such a trendy thing, and if you don't want to have to buy a whole new outfit, you can update. So I'm wrapping and wrapping and wrapping around, and again, the thicker the tassel, the more you wrap. So if you want to go for a really thick tassel, you wrap it more times, obviously. So I'm just going to go for like a medium size. You can see here, I've wrapped it enough times, so I'm just going to trim the bottom, and then I'll show you what to do next. We have a question from the audience.
Angela's asking, what is the back of the rug? Can you just
Yeah, sure. So this is just a standard rug backing that you can get from any craft store. It's used for latch hooking, for rug hooking, anything like that, or for the pom-pom rug that we made. And this is, again, this is trimmed to the right size, so usually it'll come in a really big sheet, and then you trim it to the size, but it's got a really great grid so you can follow your progress. You can create all kinds of designs. It's really wonderful. And if you don't want to have to tie everything onto here, you can glue it down or just sew it down with some thread. All right, so now I have my yarn all wrapped around my tassel maker, and so I'm going to cut another piece about 5 inches long, and we'll keep going. We have another question from the audience.
A couple more questions about the rug. Jody's asking how you know how to space the pom-poms apart on the rug, and Anne Maria's asking how do you make it? So can you go through that?
Sure. So to space, I think the best way to do it is to make your pom-poms in advance, or at least make as many of them as you can in advance, because then you can kind of play around with the layout. Obviously this is, you know, kind of a big combination of colors and textures. So if you want to go for a more traditional design, or if you have a specific kind of design you want to do, you want to be able to lay it out in advance so that you can move the pieces around. So I'd say make your pom-poms first, and then you start from one edge and start tying your pom-poms down onto, so you'll see that it's got some really great wide open squares, and that's where you'd be threading your yarn through and tying the pom-pom on. What was the second question? How do you make it? Yeah, so yeah, you just make your pom-poms in advance, lay them out in advance, and then slowly start tying them on. Again, the bigger the rug, the longer it's going to take, so it can be a bit of a project, but it looks so cool. I think it would be really fun all one color if you used a variegated, so you get that kind of heathered carpet look.
For sure.
Which is really cool.
I'm inspired.
I hope that answered your question.
And look what happened.
Hey, we got a pom-pom! Yay, that's amazing. So, with this pom-pom, we have one. You just kind of trim all around the edges so that it's kind of a little bit more even. This is so good for a first time / second try. I think it's looking pretty good.
I might add more yarn next time, I think.
It's hard to tell until you get there.
So this is a good practice run.
Yeah, but you like to make this amazing purse that we have going here, just kind of a really fun graphic pom-pom purse. You'd make another one of the blue, and we hot glue gun them on. So you just place one there, so you can finish your design, which is really cute. I think that'd be really fun for like a wedding or a summery party. Yeah, so great job on the pom-pom. So with the tassel maker, I have my yarn wound all the way around, and then I threaded, there's a gap underneath the main level, and you thread your yarn through and you tie it off like that. We have another question from the audience.
Wendy's asking, what are the tools we're using?
So these are, great question, Wendy. These are the boy pom-pom and tassel making set. So it comes with a bunch of different sizes, so you can see the pom-pom sizing there, and I'm using the tassel card. So the tassel card is one piece, but you can get many different sizes out of the one piece, which is really great. It's really versatile. So I'm tying off my tassel here. I'll show you guys when I finish tying. So here you can see my tassels on the maker, and I just tie the center piece through that gap there, and so you can get a really nice tight cinch. And then I'm also going to take this one on the top and tie it way up there so that it ties the top of the pom-pom. I went to a wedding and the bride had tassels everywhere and pom-poms everywhere. I think she said she had to hire someone to make enough pom-poms to deck out her wedding. I think they were even on her bouquet. It was like the theme, which was really fun.
And once you master this, it really takes no time at all, and you can kind of create different looks for your wardrobe. I love that you can change it up. You're not limited.
Absolutely. So now that I've tied off all of my my yarn on the pom-pom maker, or sorry, the tassel maker, you just slide it off the edge like this, and it pops right out of the top. And you can see I've got the beginnings of a tassel, but now I just have to cut the bottom. It's still in its full loop. So you just go like that. and the tassel is almost done. You just trim the bottom. How cute is that? So easy. All right, we have another question from the audience.
Could you cover the back of the rug and can it be washed?
The rug backing can't be washed, but you could cover it with a canvas or something. You just sew it along the edge. You usually would leave, so you can see when you pull the pom-poms to the side, there is an edge along the side. So the pom-poms don't go all the way to the very edge of the rug backing. So if you do want to cover the back, you can cut a piece of canvas or unbleached cotton or whatever you want to put on the back and fold it over the side and sew it down. So there is still a lot of versatility there if you don't want to see the rug backing, especially with all of the ties on the side. So if anyone's just tuning in, we are talking about pom-poms and tassels and everything that you can decorate with them. We're using the Boy Tassel and Pom-Pom Maker set, which is a really wonderful tool. If you've never used a pom-pom maker before or a tassel maker, it's a really great way to get into it. Obviously, there is a bit of a learning curve when you've never made a pom-pom before, and we're making a huge mess, but that's kind of the fun. So this is a cute little tassel, and this is the one I just made with the Boy Tassel Maker. I feel like tassel earrings are really big right now. I just made a pair earlier today, and it's so easy. It's surprisingly easy, but they're everywhere. So if you can just imagine this, I've got one here. You can imagine on the with the actual earring piece. Maybe I'll put it on for you guys. And then I can have a teal one that looks just like it. Yeah, have fun.
You can glam those up.
Yeah. So we have another question from the audience.
Matt's asking what yarn we're using.
We are using a variety of yarn. So this here is Caron Simply Soft, which is a worsted weight. We also have the Peyton's Classic Wool Bulky, which is a nice thicker yarn to make a pom-pom with. Makes it fly by. And we also have some Bernat Super Value here, which is what we made these really awesome shoe tassels out of, which I'll show you how to make in a minute. It's a really easy way to jazz up your shoes. And then on the dress here, this is again Caron Simply Soft. Caron Simply Soft is great because it's got such a wide variety of colors. What colors would you choose to put on a dress?
Oh, I'm a bit of a classic person. I love my neutrals, but you're inspiring me with the pops of color. I want to kind of take like the teals and stuff and just glam that out a little bit.
I feel like though neutrals would be really cool, like a gray, a peach, a black, something like that. Something if you don't want to go, it's kind of carnival-y, like it's got that really bright kind of Mexican vacation vibe. But if you want to go for a more everyday look, you could definitely do neutrals. All right, so I actually, for these shoes, I made these the other day. I used Bernat Super Value. It's just like a really sturdy worsted weight, again, in this really bright electric blue. And I actually did end up using the tassel card, even though these aren't traditional tassels. This is a really great way to keep a consistent length. If you're cutting a lot of yarn all at once, you just would kind of gauge exactly how long you want those pieces of yarn to be, and you don't have to tie it all off like a tassel, but you can still wind it around this so you're getting all the same length. So I think I had about this length, and you wrap and wrap and wrap and then cut it and tie it onto your shoe, and it looks amazing. I can't wait to wear it. I'm going on vacation next week. I'm gonna rock out my new shoes. So stoked. All right, so we also have this really fun, oh, actually, let me talk about this dress a little bit more. So these are, again, the smallest size tassels you can make on the Boy Tassel Maker, but they're great because they're light enough that it doesn't weigh down the dress, because the material is really delicate and you don't want something super heavy. But I just ended up sewing it on with a few slip stitches so that you can barely even see where they're sewn on.
Yeah,
if you guys, if you like the dress, hit the love button. We're always excited to see what you guys think. And let us know if you have any questions or comments about anything we're working with today. So this is the last project we have to talk about. What do you think?
I like that hat. That is so fun for summer.
Where do you think you wear this?
Anywhere. Like, it's just such, I always love big hats like
this.
Put it on? I might as well. It might not match my outfit today, but But you know, like at a
So
party or something,
cute. I feel like
at the
that'd
golf
be
course.
really fun for like a tea party, or if you're going to the Derby or something like that. It's
There
like
you
so
go.
fun for even just like a day at the beach.
And are these glued in, or you can take them in and out as based on your event that you're going to, or?
These are glued in, but you can just thread them in so that they are removable, so you can change the colors. You could sew them in with thread or just use the yarn that you made the pom-pom with to tie them in on the inside. So you'll barely see them when you're wearing it. So these are, we've got this beautiful teal, white, and the dark blue here. So it's such a nice little pop of color for a sun hat. So this is, again, just like they're really simple. We've got kind of different sizes. It's not too big, and it's a cute little project.
Yeah, I love the colors. Those are really fun for right now.
Yeah, if you guys are making any, or planning on making any projects with pom-poms or tassels, or you're going to deck out any of your outfits or anything, we'd love to see whatever you're planning on making. So feel free to share it on with hashtag Yarnspirations on Instagram or Facebook, so that we can keep an eye on what you guys are making. We really love seeing all of the projects that are out there using our yarn. If you have any other questions about these projects, you can give us a shout in the comments, and we'll be answering them after the live video has ended. We'd love to thank Boy for showing us how to use these really awesome pom-pom makers. We've got so many projects and ideas, and we're so excited to make all summer long. All right, thanks so much.